What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another West New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today once again comes from the Big Ditch Brewing Company, and they're out of Buffalo, New York, and this is their basically juice. So this is a double IPA that comes at 9% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, and this can is approximately 5 weeks old. So this is one of the newest releases from Big Ditch, and based on what I can tell here, this is going to be a juicy double IPA, and they're brewing this one with Mosaic, Idaho 7, and Nectaron hops. So we're going to pour it into the hashtag proper glassware and see what we got going on here. So it's been a while since I've had a hop forward beer from Big Ditch. I think the last time I reviewed one, it was their pineapple burner back in the summer. So yeah, I thought I would pick this one up. Oh my God, I can smell it as soon as I popped it and started pouring it. Yeah, it smells like juice, 100%. Do something like that. Nice. It's a nice looking beer. Throw this over here. Looks beautiful. That is haze for days. That has this nice, darker orange kind of, juice look to it. Very hazy, very murky and turbid. Maybe nothing rose with the turbidity through the roof, daddy. But yeah, you can't see my hand through it. Hold it up to the light. There's a little bit of like a glowing yellow at the bottom, but otherwise, yeah, so pretty much opaque. About a finger of a super creamy, just looks like a luscious off-white colored head. In the hashtag proper glassware, how does it look? I think that looks fucking beautiful. For a beer called basically juice, I would say this looks, hashtag proper glassware, beautiful. We'll just say that. Anyway, nose. It smells like a mixture of pineapple, peach, and orange juice. Yeah, the peach now is starting to get, it's like peach, mango, big stone fruits, pineapple, maybe even a touch of guava along with the passion fruit, and then underlying like orange and grapefruit. Like I just named like 8 different fruits. This is like you took one, you had one of those citrus and tropical fruit kind of mixtures as far as like authentic juice goes in your fridge. You pour it in a glass, and then you poured a couple shots of whatever liquor you want, and all of a sudden, 10%. It's 9, but you know what I mean. There's a little bit of like this dankness that's almost like tomato stocky. It's almost like a very fresh greenness to it. 5 weeks old. It's not like hot burn. It just smells super like, yeah, like a stalk or like a vine or something. I don't know. It smells, they call it basically juice. Yeah, for sure. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. If you're in the Buffalo, New York area and you want a super juicy, sweeter, fruit-centric double IPA that hides the alcohol extremely well, this beer. It's fucking delicious. This is a beer that I don't really gravitate towards as much anymore. I've mentioned this before over the past couple of years. I don't love just juice-centric double IPAs or single IPA, any kind of hop forward beer. I just don't like just straight on juice, okay? Now, you'd be like, why'd you pick this up? It says basically juice. Because it's Big Ditch. It's West New York Wednesday. I like trying new stuff. And I still like those. I just don't gravitate towards them as much because a lot of times they're too sweet, too juicy, not enough balance to them, right? If I was still in the mindset of like, those are my jam and this is what I like, this is the best beer from Big Ditch I've ever had as far as a hop forward beer goes. They have nailed this. The name is fucking spot on. If you love juicy hop forward beers and you're in Buffalo, you owe it to yourself to grab this. This is 5 weeks old. It fucking tastes like it's 5 days old. Body on this, 9%. It's like higher side medium, lower side of full. It's appropriate. The mouthfeel. It's mild to moderately carbonated, more approaching moderate, but it does have a smooth, almost creamy sensation on the palate, especially on the on the second half of the palate as it glides down the throat hole. It smooths out really nicely. So body's fantastic. Mouthfeel's not far behind. Taste, I mean, it is what it is. I'm hammering this back because it's so easy to drink. It's fucking absurd. I don't know what happened here, but yeah, basically juice. If you like juicy double IPAs, like I don't understand how you wouldn't like this. Forefront, there's this like bready vanilla kind of malt character that's right underneath the palate. It's not too big, but it's kind of noticeable. After that, waves, I first get, and this is usually not how I'm going to say this, but more often than not, I get citrus at the beginning of the palate. Right now, I'm getting peach, mango, apricot, pineapple, guava, passion fruit. Like you could say any one of those fruits and you wouldn't be wrong based on what I'm tasting. Like it's running the gamut of like all those stone and tropical fruits right at the forefront, and they're juicy. This is not like, oh, I'm getting some, they're under-ripened or a little bit of like the rind or whatever. No, it's definitely sweet, juicy characters. Middle of the palate is where I get like orange and grapefruit and tangerine, but that's where I get like a little bit more of that pithy, kind of zesty kind of quality from the citrus fruits. On the finish, it finishes a little bit dank and like earthy, touch of greenness, but not like a hop burn, just like a fresh kind of greenness. It does, I will say this, the one saving grace for this beer, because I'm going to probably give this beer 2 ratings based on what they're going for in personal preference. As I just mentioned, like I don't gravitate towards juice bombs anymore. I like to have either a bitterness or a dryness on the back end that's really substantial. More so the bitterness. I really like a mild to moderate bitterness, more approaching moderate to balance it out. For me personally, right? Everyone's different. But I will say this is semi to full on dry. Like it is pretty dry in the back of the palate. So it's decently balanced from that aspect, but it's pretty much straight fruit juice. Like that's what this beer is, but they're not lying. This is not false advertising. It says fucking basically juice, and it is. And here's the scary thing. This is 9%. A little bit of a warming chest, more into the stomach. Nothing on the palate. If I was doing this blind, I might guess 8 at the most. So it hides it relatively well. I've drank a shit ton of this. This is delicious. Holy shit. I'll be honest with you. I say this in like every other review. Don't go into reviews with preconceived notions, blah, blah, blah. I try not to, right? I picked this one up because I wanted to review a Big Ditch beer. I wanted to review something that wasn't, I was reviewing, a lot of their Aqueduct series, and I reviewed their Nog in December. So I was like, I wanted a hop forward beer from them. They released this, and then I forget what the last beer they released in the past week or two. I forget the name of it, but it's in 16 ounce cans. But I saw this, and I was like, I'm going to give this a go, even though it's called basically juice. We're going to give it a go. This has blown away any kind of expectations I've had for it. It's fucking awesome. Big Dish should be extremely proud to brew this one based on what they're going for. If you like big, juicy double IPAs and you're in Buffalo, or they're starting to get distributed, I think, to PA, maybe Ohio, wherever you get Big Ditch, in New York State, wherever, fucking search this one out if you like juicy double IPAs. Let's read the side and then I'll do a rating. It says, yes, this beer is basically juice. But in reality, there's nothing basic about it. You're right. Brewed with Mosaic, Idaho 7 Nectaron hops, this double IPA sings with complex flavors of pineapple, yeah. Mango, yes. Passion fruit, yes. And peach character, yeah. I named all those fruits, but to be fair, I named like 10 different fruits. Yet somehow remains drinkable despite the 9%. Yeah, please keep refrigerator, preserve freshness, which I did. They are not wrong. I'm going to give this 2 ratings. For a juicy double IPA, I'm going to give this a 4.9 out of 5. Yeah, I said 4.9 out of 5. This is as close as perfection for a juicy double IPA as you can get. Personal preference. Again, this is not something I grab. I'm going to give this a 4.4. Yeah, low 4.5. 4.4 out of 5. This is, oh my God, they need to rebrew this again. For folks, like this should, I don't know, in terms of like, if they could brew this, like as far as the hops they can get and all that stuff, if they could make this like a year-round or at least a rotating beer, which is divine. I didn't even look at like the Untappd ratings. I'm curious to where this lands on Untappd. Like I feel like this has to be over a 4, guaranteed, right? I don't know. This is fucking great. This is a great beer. This is great. Anyway, probably didn't even have it. I don't know. I always hold these up to get like the Instagram now photo, and also for Untappd, but like a lot of times I don't know where the middle is, so I should just do this so I know. But like, anyway, throw it over here. Price point availability. Here's the best part. $13.99 6-pack. Huh? Did I just say $14 6-pack? That I did. That's fucking absurd for a 9% juicy double IPA. That is exactly what they're going for. Availability is Big Dish. Like I said, I think they're into Ohio or into PA now. Pretty sure. Ohio, maybe? I don't know. I know they're in New York State, and I know they're getting outside of New York State now. I just can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's PA. Let me just say this. You see this on the shelf, grab it. If you like big, juicy double IPAs. And that's where I'll leave you. If you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. one of the best, if not the best hop forward beer I've had from Big Ditch for what they're going for. Hands down. It's definitely the best. If you've had it before, comment section. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another Western New York Wednesday. Check back next week. I'm getting close to my 2000th review. I might post a double feature next week of maple beers. I don't know. We'll see. Don't hold me to it, but if you see 2 beers reviewed next Wednesday and they're both maple beers from Western New York, don't say I didn't warn you. Anyway, till the next one. Cheers.